Good morning, students. Welcome to the class of English 2. First, you tell me, am I audible to you? Am I audible to you, students? Okay, thank you, students. Now, please open your book. Chapter number 5, the use of force. Chapter number 5, the use of force. Yes. Now, see, students. So, only 2-3 paragraphs are left of this chapter. So, come to the chapter number 5, page number 36. Page number 36. Now see. So you have seen when the doctor applied, we have finished the story up to here. When the doctor applied wooden tongue depressor into between the mouth, between the teeth of the child, what she did is she crushed the tongue depressor into pieces before the doctor was able to take it out. Or you can say when the doctor applied the tongue depressor, wooden tongue depressor in between the mouth, between the teeth of the child, right? And before he was able to see into the mouth, what she did is the child crushed, the child turned the depressor into pieces before he was able to take it out. Clear? Now see what happened after that. And then what doctor demanded for a soft handle silver spoon, right? And mother brought and he applied and he noticed, when applied, he noticed that the child's mouth was bleeding and her tongue was cut. Clear? Now we'll start from here. Yes. And one more thing here. So he applied the silver spoon forced into the mouth and he noticed that, that her mouth was bleeding, right? Her mouth was bleeding and her tongue was cut. Clear? And while he was checking this one, applying that method, the child was fighting very bravely. She was not willing to show her teeth, right? She was not willing. She is not willing to show her throat, right? And while facing, the child was fighting with the doctor. The doctor reached that the doctor wanted to stop it for a while and come after half an hour to check it. But bearing the importance in the mind that 2-3 children in that area died due to the infectious disease, right? Clear? Infectious disease. So he applied to finish it then and there, right? Now see what happened after that. Damned little braid must be protected against her own idiocy. Idiocy means stupidity, and damned is used for showing anger, right? Or cursed. So here the damned word is used for showing anger. Damned little braid, uncontrolled child. Here, braid means child. So damned little braid must be protected against her own idiocy. One says to oneself at such time, other must be protected against her. It is a social necessity and all these things are true. But a blind fury, fury means intense younger. Intense younger. Now let me complete it, then I will ask you. It is social necessity and all these things are true, but a blind fury of feeling of adult shame bred a longing for muscular release or the operative, one goes on to the end. Now in this paragraph we'll come to know the doctor described that the child, now here, damn the curse, stupid little uncontrolled child must be protected. He was bearing in the mind that this child, the little, what to say, uncontrolled, stupid little uncontrolled child must be protected against his stupidity. What was her stupidity? Sorry, what was her stupidity, friend? The girl was not willingly showing her throat to the doctor. So doctor thought that this uncontrolled, this stupid little child should be protected against her idiocy. One says here to oneself in such time, and others also protected since it was infectious disease. So he wanted to stop it, right? So others must be protected by doing this. It is a social responsibility, the social necessity, the responsibility of the doctor, to and all these things are true. The doctor did all these things. What he was saying, that was correct, and all these things are here. But a blind fury here, intense anger, intense anger. Now see, blind fury, a feeling of adult shame, bred of longing for the muscular, right? Muscular release or the operative secret, one goes on to it. Here, the doctor bid, here, see friend, the doctor bid to recover his, the doctor bid to recover his own sense of rationality. Rationality means here philosophy, or being learned. Here the fact on being logic. So what will say then? So the doctor in bid to recover of his own sense of rationality means philosophy, right? Claims that he's forcing, the doctor claimed that he's forcing of test, his forcing of the exam or his forcing of the test is for Matilda's own protection, clear. However, he seems to be attempting to justify it. However, the doctor seems to be attempting to justify it. Now see the next paragraph. In the final unreasoning assault, unreasoning means illogical. In a final unreasoning assault, I overpowered. Overpowered means became victorious, or you can say overcame. Right? The child's neck and jaw, you know, and biting or crushing. What will say? Biting or crushing mouth parts of invertebrate. Now see, son, in a final unreasoning assault, I overpowered the child's neck and jaw. I forced the heavy silver spoon back of her teeth and down her throat till she gagged. Stop here. And that there was both tonsils covered with membrane. She had fought valiantly. Valiantly means bravely. Valiantly means bravely or with valor. To keep me from knowing her secret, she had been hiding that sore throat for 3 days at least and lying to her parents in order to escape just such an outcomes as this. Outcomes means result. Now see, son, in final unreasoning means illogical. Assault means attack. So in the final illogical attack, he became victorious. The doctor overcame the child's neck and jaw. Finally, he Finally, the doctor controlled the child. How? By force. See, friend. So finally, he became victorious. The doctor became victorious, or you can say the doctor overcame the child's neck and his jaw. Sorry, her jaw. That was girl. So what to say? Neck and jaw. Jaw, you know, son, the biting or crushing mouth part of the invertebrate. Now see. So overcame the child's neck and jaw. The doctor forced the heavy silver spoon back of her teeth. The doctor applied what it is then. Doctor forced the heavy silver spoon into the mouth of the child, right, into the mouth of Matilda, or where it is. He forced the heavy silver spoon back of her teeth down her throat till she gagged, till she stopped speaking, saying anything, till she gagged, and there it was the both. And when the doctor finally placed the spoon into the mouth, right under the throat, back of her teeth, what he noticed when the doctor noticed that the both tonsils, you know, one of the two soft lumps, right? One of the two soft lumps, right, in our throat, at the back of mouth. Now see friend. So finally, when the doctor placed the spoon into the back of the mouth at the back of the teeth, he noticed what he noticed, and he noticed both tonsils covered with membrane. Membrane, what to say, thin sheet of tissue, a thin sheet of tissue. So when the doctor finally placed the spoon into the mouth at the back of the teeth, he noticed both tonsils covered with membrane, covered with thin, what do you say, friend? Thin sheet of a tissue, thin sheet of a tissue. Now, see, after that, what happened? She had fought valiantly to keep me from knowing her secret. The doctor described that the girl fought with him very bravely. The girl had described that the girl fought very bravely with him to keep her secret from him, to keep her secret away from him. Now we'll come to know here. Now finally, she had been hiding. Now the doctor described that she had fought very bravely. Valiantly means bravely or with valor. The girl had fought bravely to keep him from knowing her secret. What was her secret? She was hiding the fact that she had infection in throat, right? So he did her best. The child did her best to keep him from knowing her secret, and she had been hiding. The girl had been hiding that sore means painful, sore throat for the 3 days at least, and lying to her parents and lying to her parents that she did not have any painful throat, right? And why she was telling lies? When she was telling lie to her parent in order to escape this just such an outcome. Outcome means this kind of result. Outcomes means result. She was hiding this fact and telling lie to her parent. Otherwise, she knew that parents will definitely call the doctor, and doctor will go through this method, right? So to escape from this result, the girl was telling lie. The girl was telling lie to her parent that she did not have any pain. Now listen. Now truly she was furious, and she had been on the defensive before, but now she attacked, tried to get off her father's lap, fly at me, while tears of defeat blinded her eyes. Now here in the last paragraph, the doctor had described, now really, now truly she was furious. Now she became very excited. The girl, after that, right, when her secret was revealed, she became very excited. She became very angry, right? Truly she was furious. She was very ferocious. She was very furious means fierce, ferocious, right? She had been on the defensive before. In the beginning, when the doctor was trying to go through her throat and check it, she was very defensive. But now she became attacking. She attacked, and after that she tried to get away from her father's lap, right? What do you say? Father's lap. Now, and finally after this, the girl tried to get away from her father's lap and fly at him, and she wanted to attack the doctor, right? Attack the doctor, while tears of, here the writer describes that the tears of defeat made her blind. Tears were in her eyes, right? And these tears made her blind. Now, friend, the story is over. Yes. Now, my dear friend, the story is over, and now we'll discuss about the question answer extract. And now, yes, what is Lavanya Pandey? Unmute yourself, Lavanya. Lavanya, unmute.
Good morning, sir.
So now his story is over.
So,
The girl has diphtheria. She has infectious disease, and she was hiding this fact, right, from her parents, right? She knew very well that definitely when her parents will come to know about the disease, definitely they will call the doctor, and the doctor will go through his own method to find out the reason, right? Find out the problem why the girl is having rosy cheek right now. So story is over, my friends. Now we'll discuss about the question and answer. Clear? So first you see, no. Yes, one more thing before starting question, answer and extract, I would like to ask you. So here is an word meaning given at the back, under down the paragraphs on each page. So you write all these word meaning. Clear? You write all these word meaning in your fair copy, in your notebook. Clear? Last time many of you have not written the word meaning. So my dear son, please write it. When you write it, it will beneficial for you. You know, one time writing and 6 time reading is equal, right? So you will be benefited when you write these. You will be benefited. You will be able to keep these words in your mind. So my dear friends, you write, first of all, you write the word meaning of this chapter, and then see, I have uploaded the question answer. So first we'll do from the story, answer this question. I have given the answer. You can note down in your notebooks. Then, so how many answers? How many questions given is friend? Apurva, unmute yourself. Apurva, unmute yourself, beta.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How many questions given? From 1 to
11.
11.
First, answer the
11
answer
answers
this question.
given. And how many extract given, beta?
4 extracts are given.
4 extract. So 11 answer and 4 extract answer I have given. And then read between the lines. Answer this one you'll cross. You cross in your book. Read between the line. This one you will cross. Clear? After this, we'll do the exercises. Written differences between the figurative and literal. Clear? Then we'll complete the exercise. Time to study language. Clear? Then spell, and then punctuation. After punctuation, you will put cross. Time to listen. There is no listening part. So time to speak. Clear? Time to write. So clear? Yes. So one by one, we'll complete the exercises. And first exercise is, season. What is given? Time to learn new words. Time to learn new words. And first one is, what is given? Season, figurative. Now match the sentences in figurative language and with their literal meaning. So first, you know what is a literal? Literal language. Literal language means exactly what it says. Literal language means exactly what it says. While figurative language use simile, metaphor, hyperbole, personification to describe it, right? To describe something after, something often with the comparison, through the comparison with something different, right? So, or in whether in short, you can say, yes, figurative language is used an imaginative way. Figurative language is used as an imaginative way. What to say? First, literal meaning. You write literal language means exactly what it says. You write one line. Literal language means exactly what it says. What writes in? Literal language means exactly what it says. And in brief, you can write figurative language is used as an imaginative way. Right? Figurative language is used as an imaginative way. In figurative, what we use? Figure of speech. Figure of speech. Right? Simile, metaphor, hyperbole, right? Personification, that is. So now it's clear differences between literal language and figurative. What is literal, beta? Ridhima, what is literal? Unmute yourself. What is literal language? Unmute yourself. Riddhima. Riddhima Singh. Okay, she is not. Apurva Prajapati. Apurva Prajapati. Unmute yourself. Apurva. Apurva Prajapati, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what is literal language? Literal language means exactly what it says. Literal language means exactly what it says. And figurative language is used as an imaginative way. Clear? Okay. So it's clear now, and differences between literal and figurative. Okay, thank you. Now, then we will match this figurative language, and this one is very easy. In your book, you can match first one. See, now match the sentences in figurative language with their literal meaning. See the first sentence. See in your book. At that, I ground my teeth in disgust. At that, yes. Who will answer? Yes. Unnati Pandey, unmute yourself. Unnati. Okay.
I was angry, could not express my anger.
No, here listen better. First, one by one, your voice is not clear. Now tell me again. At that, I ground my teeth in disgust. Match this figurative language with literal meaning. What will be?
See, I was angry but could not express my anger.
So correct answer will be Sven. I was angry but could not express my anger. Now, very good. You got it. Now mute. Okay. Now next, Disha Gaur. Unmute yourself.
Yes.
Okay, beta. Now tell me. They were eyeing me up and down distrustfully. They were eyeing me up and down distrustfully. Can you find out? Option is given.
A. They were looking carefully
At me from head
to
to
feet as if they
to
feet.
feet, as if they were trying to make
a judgment about me.
judgment about me. Very good. So you will match second sentence. They were eyeing me up and down distrustfully. You'll match with A. Answer with they were looking carefully at me from head to feet as if they were trying to make a judgment about me. Now mute yourself. Next, Anubhav Sharma. Anubhav Sharma. Unmute. Anubhav. Unmute yourself. Anubhav. Anubhav. Yes. Anubhav. Okay, he is not able to. Okay, Anubhav. Anubhav.
Hello?
Anubhav. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, see the third sentence. I could have torn the child apart in my own fury. This one is the figurative. You will match with the literal meaning. I could have torn the child apart in my own. Yes, what would be?
Third one.
You'll match. Okay, it will be I could have made the child feel extremely unhappy. What will be? So you will match third sentence with B.
B.
Yes. Now unmute. Yes. Manya Dubey. Manya Dubey.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
see the fourth one. Tears of defeat blinded her eyes.
F. She felt defeated and she cried. The tears made her unable to see.
Yes, the tears made her unable to see. So number 4, you will match with F. She felt defeated as she cried, right? And the tears made her unable to see. Now number 5. Now You mute yourself now. Next. Yes, Lavanya. Lavanya, unmute yourself. Yes, Lavanya, unmute yourself. Lavanya. Okay, Lavanya is not getting, so I'm giving chance to.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Lavanya.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Tell me, fifth one. The child was fairly eating me up with her cold, steady eyes. What will be?
The child was evaluating me and showing her disdain towards him.
Yes. So what will do? You will match number 5 with D. What is D? The child was evaluating me and showing her disdain towards him. Now see the next one. Now mute yourself. Next, Ayush. Where is Ayush? Okay. Now I'm giving chance to some other child. Yes. Ayushman Dwivedi. Unmute yourself.
Morning, sir.
Morning, beta. Now see, I started to look things over. Only one
Even.
E1. What is E, beta?
I started to examine
Things very quickly. Now mute yourself. Now match this, students. Yes. So first exercise we have done. You can do in the book only. No need of writing in fair copy. So first one again you match is when first sentence, add that I ground my teeth in disgust. You match with C. Second sentence, they were eyeing me up and down distrustfully. You will match with A. The third sentence, I could have torn the child apart in my own fury. You'll match with B. B, you know, son, I could have made the child feel extremely unhappy or upset. Number 4, tears of defeat blinded her eyes. So you'll match with F. She felt defeated, and as she cried, the tears made her unable to see. Now see the next. Number 5, the child was fairly eating me up with her cold, steady eyes. So you'll match with D. Number 5, you'll match with D. Number 6, you will match with E. Clear, friends? Clear? Now tell me. First exercise is clear, my friends? Some of you are raising your hands. So what happened, Unnati? Unnati, unmute yourself.
Sir, that time only have raised hand to answer.
What?
Sir, I have raised hand to answer.
First exercise you have done.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in first exercise?
No, sir.
No. Now we'll start next exercise. Okay. Some of you have raised your hand. Just you don't raise. I will give you chances, friends. Now we'll move to the next exercise. Clear? Rishiraj Yadav.
Yes, sir.
Now here next exercise is time to study language. So here we will discuss about the conjunction and its kinds. So can you tell me the definition of conjunction? Can you tell me the definition of conjunction? A conjunction is a word that joins words, phrases, or sentences together. What will say? A conjunction. Okay. I'm getting sound. Okay. See what you do? Listen. What is the definition of conjunction, friend? A conjunction is a word that joins words, phrases, or sentences together. Clear? Clear? There are two kinds of conjunction: coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction. See, here the conjunction like and, but, for, or, nor, so, and yet join independent clauses. Independent clause means, friends, main classes. Independent classes means main classes or principal classes. What will say independent means principal class or main class. So here the conjunction like and, but, or, not here. And so, yet, join independent classes and are called coordinating classes. Coordinating classes. Now you see subordinating classes. Subordinate class or dependent class. What you say? Dependent or subordinate. See the definition given in your book. The conjunction like when, then, that, as, because, which, right? Although, after, right? And though join an independent class with a subordinate class and so are called subordinate. What will say, son? Subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction. What will say? Now see once again. Definition of conjunction. Now, definition of conjunction is friends. Can you tell me definition of conjunction? Pranav Agrawal. Here. Yes, Pranav. Unmute yourself. Pranav.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Now tell me beta definition of conjunction.
A conjunction is a word that joins two words.
Words, phrases,
Phrase,
or sentences
sentence
together, like
together.
and, but, because, clear. And here the conjunction, there are two type of conjunction: coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction. Definition given in your book, you can learn this one only, no need of writing separately this line. So here conjunctions like and, but, for, or, nor, so, and yet join independent clauses and are called what will say coordinating conjunction. It is known as coordinating conjunction. Clear? Independent class, you know, friends, independent class is principal class, or you can say main class, right? So here the conjunction like and, but, for, or, nor, so, and yet join independent clauses and are called coordinating conjunction. Examples given in your book, right? Now see the next page. Definition of subordinating conjunction. Conjunctions like, now see friend, which, when, then, that, as, because, until, although, and after, and though join an independent class with a subordinate class and so are called subordinating conjunction. Clear? So here friend, some exercises given will complete. Clear friend? So you can write in your, now mute yourself. Now we'll complete the grammar participants. Now see first exercise. So it's a clear conjunction, definition of conjunction, and there are two type of conjunction: coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction. Clear? So first exercise, time to study language, is identify the coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction. Then underline the independent clauses. Independent clauses. So you'll be asked to pick out, separately you'll be asked the question that pick out the coordinating conjunction or subordinating conjunction and pick out the independent clause. Clear, friend? So without writing question, I'm going to write the answer. You can see, you can mark in your book or separately you can write in the notebook. So here I'm going to write, you see, I'm going to write the answer. You can match later. See, first what to do, send? Coordinating, first write independent class. What is class? Independent class. So I'm going to make 3 columns, right? Yes. Going to make 3 columns. You can here write independent class. Independent class. Here I'm writing coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction, and here subordinating. Subordinating, and writing here short for conjunction. Here, so 3 columns I have made here. Yes, sir. 3 columns I have made. All right. When question will be asked, pick out coordinating conjunction or subordinating conjunction and independent. Then we'll write the answer like this, right? See the first one. And when you will be asked to make identify the coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction, then underline the independent class. So here first one, I'm telling you, instead of this question you will be asked, pick out coordinating and subordinating conjunction and find out or pick out independent class. So in the first sentence, have your food will be independent class. What right here in first sentence, have your food. This will be, what will be friends? Independent class. And what right? It is asked to pick out subordinating and coordinating. Conjunction is before. So what will write here? In the column of this one is blank, and here what right here? Before. Before is subordinating conjunction. Before is subordinate. So in first sentence you will find subordinating conjunction, right? And independent class means main class will be have your food. Here friends. Now see the second sentence. I fell down the stairs and sprained my leg. See here in second sentence you will find two independent class. I fell down the stairs. I sprained my leg. Here in the second sentence you will find two independent class joined by coordinating conjunction. And is coordinating conjunction. Second you will find I fell down the stairs. I fell down the stairs. And second one is I sprained my leg. Clear? And here you find and is, what is that? Is and is coordinating conjunction. See the third one, I love to travel. Third sentence, I love to travel, but I hate traveling by train. Again in third sentence you'll find two independent clauses and you'll find but is coordinating conjunction. See, I love to travel. Number 3. Yes, see friends. Number 3. What right here? I love to travel. I love to travel. I hate traveling by train. Traveling by train. And you find the conjunction but is coordinating conjunction. We have said but is coordinating conjunction. Number 4. The children played in the park until the sun went down. Now see said, so main class will be here. Independent class will be the children played in the park. Number 4, the children played in the park. And here conjunction until is subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction. Yes. Now we'll move to the number 5. Number 5. When mother came, we cleaned up the room. In this sentence, independent clause will be we cleaned up the room. We cleaned up the room. We cleaned up the room. And what is right here said? Conjunction when. Conjunction is when. It is subordinating conjunction. Clear? Now number 6. Now I'm going to the first one. Yes. See friends. Yes. Here column I have it. You can see. So number 6. Number 6. What I said? Yes. The train arrived at the station and we boarded it. So here it is and is example of coordinating conjunction. So what right? The train arrived. Number 6. The train arrived here at the station. At the station first and second will be we boarded it. We boarded it. And here what I said? Conjunction and. It is coordinating conjunction. Now I'm going to write second sentence. Second and third. Clear? Now see friend, number 7. Number 7 is our supplies had run out. So we, what will say son? So we decided to go to the grocery store. Here, this one is also joined by coordinating conjunction. So what I say here, our supplies. Number 7, our supplies. Our supplies had run out. Had run out. Second class, we decided to go to the grocery store, grocery store, and last will be here. What is conjunction? Sorry, what you say? Conjunction will be so. Coordinating conjunction, right? Now move to the number 8. Number 8. Yes. See friends. Number 8 is we were watching TV when the phone rang. So main class or independent class will be we were watching TV. Number 8. We were watching television, and here subordinate conjunction will be where. Where? Clear? Now friends, Now tell me, second exercise is clear? Apurva, unmute yourself, beta.
So I want to ask that this exercise we will write in copy only, no?
Yes, beta, this exercise you'll write in your fair copy. Now check again. Identify, listen, identify the, yes, what are you saying? Tell me.
So in the book, the page number 36 in the chapter, I have not understood the last paragraph, page number 36.
Okay, I'll explain it again. Okay, now see it's last one. See friend. So exercise A. Exercise A is clear.
Yes, sir.
Identify the coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction. Then underline the independent clauses. Independent clause means principal clause, or you can say main clause. Clear? So you have to see the conjunction, whether it is coordinating conjunction or subordinating conjunction. So first exercise is clear. In first sentence, you will find before. Before is subordinating conjunction. Clear?
Yes,
In
sir.
second, and is what kind of conjunction?
Coordinating conjunction.
Coordinating. And tell me, in first sentence, which one is the independent clause?
Sir, have your food.
Have your food. And second, you'll
So
get
I fell down the stairs.
two independent class. Clear? Now good. Mute yourself. Now next. Yes. What's Sambhavi? Where is Sambhavi? Sambhavi, unmute yourself.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. In third sentence, which one is conjunction?
Sir, but
But what kind of conjunction it is?
the coordinating conjunction.
Coordinating. And tell me, independent clauses.
Sir, there are two independent clauses.
Good.
I love to travel and I hate traveling by train.
Very good. Now mute yourself. Now next, Divyansh Prajapati. Unmute yourself. Divyansh, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me the fourth one. The children played in the park until the sun went down.
Sir, until is subordinative clause.
Subordinating clause. Very good. Sorry, subordinating. What you say?
Subordinative conjunction.
Yes, subordinating conjunction. And which one is the independent clause?
Sir, the children played in the park.
Very good. Now mute yourself. Geetika Burma. Geetika, unmute yourself. Yes, beta. Number 5. When the mother came, we cleaned up the room.
Sir,
Which
when
one?
is the subordinating conjunction?
Yes, when is the subordinating conjunction and main clause?
Sir, we cleaned up the room.
Very good. Now mute yourself. Yes. Shubh Srivastav. Unmute yourself, beta. Okay, Shubh, tell me number 6. The train arrived at the station and we boarded it.
Sir, the train arrived at the station. We boarded it.
Yes, these are
Main clause and coordinating clause.
conjunction. Very good. Very good. Now mute yourself. Riddhima Singh, unmute yourself. Yes, Riddhima.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Number 7. Our supplies had run out, so we decided to go to the grocery store.
So in that there are two independent clause. The train, our supplies had run out, and we decided to go to the grocery store.
Good. And last one.
And coordinating conjunction is and.
No, here see, our supplies had run out. First independent, and we decided to go to the grocery store. Second, and so will be coordinating conjunction. So is there, na beta?
Yes.
Okay,
Sir.
mute yourself, mute yourself. Now next, Manya Dubey, last sentence. Manya Dubey, last sentence.
Sir, in that we were watching TV is the independent clause, and when is the subordinating conjunction?
Okay, beta. Now this first exercise is over. one girl was telling that last exercise, last paragraph. So next day, I will explain it again, last paragraph, and we will complete the exercise. Time is going to over. Now I'm going to end it. Okay, so end the session. Thank you very much.